Hey you guys, Tamara Tamu here, another episode of Unleashed Alchemy. So let's get into today's episode. What are we talking about today? So I want to talk about how some people are afraid to take on a spiritual path because they feel that it might mean that they have to deny their own personality, or they have to water down their traits, or they have to be subdued in some way or form, that they can't be themselves if they are, quote, a spiritual person. Here's a side note here. From my perspective, we are all spiritual because we are spirit first. I would never get into a debate with another person whether they believe that or not, okay? Because that is my foundation. That is where I come to you from. That's where my topics come from, because of what I have experienced as a spiritual being. That is what I feel, okay? So just wanted to put that out there. Now, to take on spiritual practices and to really infuse those spiritual practices into our everyday life, into the most mundane thing. Really, what spirituality is about is getting us reconnected, or I shouldn't even say it that way, is getting us to recognize our automatic connection with that infinite intelligence that is already in us. It is designed, spirituality is when we are saying, I know there is something beyond what I see, and I know that my soul came here into this body to experience life in a certain way. That's where your dreams come from. That's where your gifts originate. That's where your things that come easy for you to do, your talents that we often take for granted, all of that is rooted in a soul-aligned life for you, including your traits. So, for example, let's say that you have a trait of, perhaps in the past, people have called it bossy. Well, it is a trait of leadership, okay? These traits, what spirituality does is it gets you to understand that a trait is a trait. It's not good, it's not bad, it is a trait. So let's take leadership, for example. Now, to lead, to inspire, is different from leading to control, which is where that bossiness comes in. Now, one may say, well, yes, one is good and bad, but the goal of spirituality is for us to look at both sides of that leadership coin and say, I can use both of these for divinity. I can use both of these to produce something that is full of higher love, that is full of higher wisdom, not just for enhancements in my life, but enhancements in the lives of those I love and care about, hence enhancement for the world, okay? So let's go back to traits in general. Many times the traits that we have are aspects of ourself that we have carried, or that have carried us, or we have allowed to carry to this very moment. And for some of you watching this moment, you may be looking around like, well, I don't like this moment. Take the judgment out of it. That's what spirituality does for you. Take the judgment out of it and look at your traits and celebrate them. If you're saying, well, that could be difficult because what I'm looking around, the reason I'm in whatever situation or circumstance is because of a trait led me to making a mistake. No, it wasn't the trait that led you to making a mistake. It was your consciousness level that led you to making whatever choice that you made, which you call a mistake, which now you find yourself in a situation that is less than desirable. All right. So if you're in a state, if you're in a opportunity disguised as a challenging situation, I would like to pause here and invite you to go through the 8 Days of Gratitude series. It's an audio series that I created over 8 days to get you to learn how to celebrate yourself. What does that have to do with spirituality? Everything. It's complimentary. And again, these are very short audio messages that will be dropped to you over a course of 8 days to your email. And I really encourage you to sign up for that, because it will, in any situation, even if you're not in a challenging situation, maybe you're looking around and things are going good for you, but you know there's another level. It's going to be self-gratitude that is going to get you, to help you see beyond where you're at and to accept that there is an elevated way for you to be and exist in this world that is soul aligned. All right. So the link to sign up to receive those audio messages will be in the description box of this video. So let's get back to the episode. So what I was saying was, your traits not to be looked at as bad or good. You look at those traits as aspects that have carried you to this moment, and you show appreciation for all of them. Now, I got ahead of myself, and I'm going to say this again. You may be saying, well, some of my aspects got me in trouble. Again, it wasn't the aspect. It was our level of consciousness. We weren't fully connected, or we forgot about our true identity. We forgot about our higher self. We forgot about our soul that needs to be fed rather than our ego. All right. If you are facing a predicament that is a result of a mistake you made, what I'd like to invite you to do is just to embrace that all of your experiences, including this one, is included in magic, okay, that has been stirred up and mixed in a beautiful cauldron to produce more enhancements in your life. Those enhancements are going to outweigh any so-called obstacle that you are facing now. That is the opportunity. The opportunity is for you to align yourself back with your soul, with that creative intelligence that lives within you, so that you can see the magic unfold from this predicament. All right? So now that you accept soul alignment, you can now look at these aspects of yourself that you haven't appreciated. You know, some of these aspects, some people will call it, you know, like I said earlier, the shadow aspects of you. And you ask, okay, I am fusing, or you say, I am fusing this aspect of me. I'm infusing this bossy aspect of me with temperance, with grace, with gratitude, with wisdom, so that I can now use this for my good. Now what you've done is, that's why we call this show Unleashed Alchemy. You have become the alchemist in your life, and you have transformed that aspect to use it for your good. Now you watch the magic unfold. Watch the enhancements happen in ways that your ego could never devise. Okay? So, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget that Unleashed Alchemy Mystery School is now open. The link to sign up for that membership is in the link in the description box, okay, of this video. So comment, like, share, subscribe. And until next time, cheers.